talk about some shoulder stabilization. You know, the shoulder loves to be stabilized because why? The rotator cuff is a stabilizer. Yeah, keep that in mind. So anything we do to help the rotator cuff do its job, shoulder's going to love. Let's go ahead, let's take a simple red band. And let's take that band behind our shoulders and let's press out. Rotator cuff exercise? Absolutely, because you're creating approximation of the shoulder joint, meaning the shoulder joint's being compressed. Now if you do some simple circles, some simple movement drills, that whole time what's happening is the rotator cuff is being assisted so you can really work at training it and getting it involved. Alright? Much more effective than any kind of rotator cuff strengthening that you would do in this plane, where now you're moving your arm on your body. Shoulder's not going to love that, and a lot of times those become very irritable to the shoulder. Another way you can go ahead and work on it is you can just do some simple presses. Again, some simple presses, especially done in a peripheral. When you get out here, use that ascending resistance to really approximate that shoulder and get it working. Simple chest presses are a great way to take a closed chain exercise, like a push-up, bring it into an open chain situation, and allow yourself to go ahead and start working that rotator cuff to get nice and strong, get that shoulder stabilizing. You can always go to an attachment situation like this and work the same thing, where you're doing some simple one-arm pushes, or you can bend down, do some overhead pressing. Again, very often, overhead pressing is looked upon or frowned upon for shoulder type problems. But you know what? If you go ahead and you use a band that's in a horizontal vector and do some overhead press work, you're really creating some great approximation of the shoulder. Your scapula is going to be engaged, and guess what? You're going to get some really nice shoulder stabilization training using a band in an attached situation. So there's just a few ideas on how to go ahead, mobilize the shoulder, but then stabilize the shoulder at the same time. Using, you know it, continuous looped layered band. Make sure it's flat so it grips to your hand, allows you to really train well. Get some elastic resistance, get some stabilization, get some mobilization going to that shoulder. I think you'll find the shoulder really enjoys having that done.